Imagine the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence that our forebears built to defend against tyranny, built to strengthen liberty as a fortress. Now its walls pulled down, its battlements crushed, its doors rammed open, but still we're here inside Fortress Liberty. We could still defend the breaches. But instead, the enemy has its own agents above us, leading the citadel. Stand down, it's your friends. There's no army at the gates. There's no assault. There's no New World Order. Don't listen to conspiracy theorists. Those of you at the walls, at the holes, at the breaches, stand back, lay down your swords. There's no army there. And we say they're catapults, their siege engines have knocked holes. There are their forces just 10 feet ahead, waiting for us to stand aside. Silence, there is no assault. Listen to the fool. Who is he to speak? But now the enemy is pouring in through the breaches. The public did stand down. Not all of them. And so they're in the news going, yes, there's an army here to protect you. Lay down your arms. Yes, yes, yes. But wait, 5 minutes ago you said there wasn't an army there. Oh, well, nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There was a crisis in the castle. There were traitors within that tore down the walls, and now the army is here to arrest them. Well, wait a minute. The traitors you're talking about are the ones that warned us that you were pulling down the walls. Silence! Arrest that one as well. He is with the enemy. That's what they did. They said, there's no New World Order. There's no globalism. There's no New World Order. There's no plan for a North American Union. There's no plan to take your guns. There's no plan for foreign banks to take over. And then now, all over the place, they announce, oh, yes, a huge central foreign bank to run everything, to save the economy, and we'll pay our taxes to the foreign bank, and it'll all be secret what they do. And the New World Order's real, but it's good. All over the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Times of London, London Guardian. Articles with headlines like, and now for world government, and the New World Order to the rescue. And their readers are commenting in the comment pages, going with thousands of comments, well, wait, you said this didn't exist, and I thought those people were kooks, but now this article says it does exist, but I guess maybe they're saying this will fix the economy. I want my 401k to survive, and they're saying only by rolling it into a larger governmental union can that happen. I guess maybe I'm for it then. But others are going, wait a minute, you said this didn't exist all the time. It's the banks that are doing all this. They're the ones that engineered this. What are you talking about? And then they'll write other sub-articles or comments going, you just don't know what's needed. You have lack of vision. You're small-minded. You want to go backwards in time, not forwards. So now they've imploded the United States like a corpse that's cooling. It's still warm, but it will soon become ice cold. We live inside the corpse. It can still be resurrected, but only by you becoming extremely focused, informed, and animated. To see the country covered with ticks and fleas and mites feeding and sucking on it, and now the color went out of its pink flesh. It turned white and then blue. Now it begins to rot. The lips pull back from the teeth. The eyes no longer have any life in them. Become like dark jelly. And the ticks climb over, celebrating and preening and blowing their trumpets. They've opened the door, and an army of bigger, more disgusting ticks comes toddling in, swaying, filled with the blood of all the third world nations they've smashed and destroyed and murdered and euthanized and injected with cancer viruses, celebrating that, we're pulling it down, we're pulling the republic down, all we did in the Soviet Union, all the tens of millions murdered, soon will truly sup on blood. We'll dine on man flesh tonight. Soon you will taste the blood of Americans. Soon you will dine on them. Soon you will pull their children away from them as they beg and plead. What say you, throngs of vampires, of soulless cretins of Satan? What say you to our great victory over the Republic? What say you? And they cheer, yes, yes. Soon we will stage the final terror attacks. Soon we will completely smash the Republic, and soon they will beg and plead, and you, your dark spirits, will be able to feed all the ancient spirits of evil that inhabit this throng, this horde, these legions of darkness will be able to sup on the terror and pain of the American people. The ancient enemy of the New World Order will soon be in our control, and the mass murder of these enemies will be greater than our supping, our feeding in Russia and China and Germany and Africa and Latin America. Soon we will kill with wanton abandon. Soon we will revel in their blood. I see the enemy. I can stare right past the New World Order's veils. I know their spirit. And what you just saw was nothing more than a mirror into the heart of darkness, into what you face. Your impoverishment is certain. Your enslavement is near. Your death, for many of you, is a guaranteed, a guarantor, unless you rise in every way known to you. Unless you let the Spirit of the living God inhabit you, and unless you say a prayer that you commit yourself to whatever danger, you commit yourself into the God of life's hands and ask the great Creator to empower and to breathe life into your limbs and into your soul and into your mind, and commit yourself to the fight against darkness. That is the only escape, and it may not be a physical escape, but it is a guaranteed spiritual escape and an eternal escape. The devil's greatest trick was to teach the public that he didn't exist. And that's what they've done. Even if you're an atheist, notice that they've taught you there's no good and evil. They wrote books like Beyond Good and Evil. They teach you there's no moral compass, so you will stand down. So you are rudderless, but they have their moral compass. Death and destruction and eternal domination, the high priest of power, always pressing on the nerve of power, always tearing apart the innocent, the begging, the pleading. It's not about state control. It's not about even them running things. It's about attacking goodness. Everything they build is to savage goodness and honor and beauty. They hate it. The darkness runs from the light. And they have been building towards their great work, sucking down the United States, using its remnants as fodder, as coal in their blast furnace, to roll forward their great siege engines of destruction, their Warmocks, their battering rams to tear down the few remaining countries in the world that have not fallen to the ultimate evil. If you're in the military, you serve the greatest evil ever known. Period. You may not be an evil person, but you are in an evil government. You are in an evil army. If you are a policeman, most cities have fully fallen to the evil. They have delusional, weak-minded people running their systems. You are serving evil. And you say, but things will fall apart if we're not here. That's right. They've built a system. They have built a degenerate system where they are needed. Why are they destroying the economy now? To bring in more domestication, more control, to tie down the people so they can feed on us. They are spiritual vampires. They are soulless black holes who only exist to tear down innocence. They are your mortal enemy, and they are here among us, and their numbers swell. But our numbers, and he that is in us, is greater than he who is in the world.